All right, so in the last video featuring this cheap $900 Integra, we went ahead and took everything out of the interior, gutted AC, power steering to make this thing a pretty good track car. Now, I did go ahead and do a 0 to 60 time prior to gutting it out, and this was the result. If you pay attention in that video, you'll notice one major thing is we are getting a ton of wheel spin. And so to combat that, we grabbed this off of Facebook Market. Oh, shit. So here we have all K-tune suspension for the cheap $900 Integra. All of these parts right here should do one thing, and that is help us put power to the ground. So we're gonna go ahead and install these and then redo our 0 to 60 to see if we can't shave any time off. We got all of this stuff for pretty much everything, literally everything you see on this cart I got for 500 bucks, so I can't complain. And before we get any further, leave a guess in the comments. How fast or how much time do you think we're gonna shave off of our 0 to 60? I'm gonna say we're gonna hit a solid 8.3 seconds instead of the 9.1. Here is the growdiness that we are working with. Not too bad, not too much rust. Supposed to have some kind of give to it. Ooh. Oh shoot. Whew. Look at that. Let's compare. Man, whoever had these on their car must have had their car freaking slammed. Look at that. There's easily a 2.5 inch difference between the front shock alone. You know what? I'm gonna go measure real quick. So for our stock strut assembly, we're looking at about 17.5, almost 18 inches, somewhere in there, from the top hat to the bottom. And for our K-tune coilover, holy, we're looking at about just a hair on, maybe 15 inches and 3/4, or I'm sorry, 14 inches and 3/4. So not even 15 inches. So that, what is that? Almost a 3-inch difference between the two. We're gonna have to raise our K-tuned up just a little bit. I don't want it too low. So now we're about almost 15.5 inches from our about 17.5. So that'll be about a 2-inch drop. You know what, I'm gonna call that there. I'm gonna call that good. And to think that we almost forgot to install our adjustable upper control arms. Easy peasy, guys. Just like that, boys, our front driver's side suspension is all installed. Now we are going to need a serious alignment after this. I can already tell before even putting the wheel back on. This thing's gonna be a little rough. Yeah, guys, there's definitely still a ton of wheel gap here, but I'm thinking we ought to leave it this way. So like I said, we've got about 3 to 3.5 ish, we can squeeze 4 in there, fingers on the driver's side. And you know, it's not low boy status, but if we do ever plan on throwing some of the meaty boys on there, might be in our best interest to leave a little space. But we're gonna tackle the rears now, because holy, I think we're still about a fist. Oh no, we're not. About a fist if we squeeze it. Guys, this car needs some wheels pretty badly. Guys, it literally feels like I'm not even jacking anything up how light it is on the back here. Car's in gear. I don't know why it's trying to roll. Oh, wow. Yikes. Back that up a little bit. Why are you rolling on me? Let's go ahead and get these this rear suspension knocked out. Dude, look at this. See that thing? That brake line? This thing? Yeah, that's a stock rear sway bar. Holy crap. That thing's as thin as my pinky. I've never seen a sway bar that thin. That's insane. Here's the old bushing, the old control arms, and these bushings are just, they're shot, dude. They're pretty bad. I'll be honest, I have no idea which one's supposed to go where. I guess doesn't really matter. Got it. I'm gonna tell you right now, boys, we are gonna be saving a lot of height just off of these freaking rears. Holy, easily 3 inches shorter. Lordy. All right, boys, so I just finished up the driver's side rear coilover setup and everything. As you can see, there's the old strut, the old lower control arm, and the old camber adjustment. Well, anyways, oh look, there's a nail in my tire. I ended up adding a ton of freaking positive camber, and I'm kind of leaning towards just leaving it, to be honest with you. It's obviously going to sit a lot lower once it's off the jack stands, but I just thought that was kind of funny. Look, it's kind of leaning on the inside. You go and look at the other side where it's, just looks fine, normal, kind of sunk in a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this side out. Well, today was going so good, and then well, we had a bolt say peace out, and probably the worst bolt on this car that could have ever broken. So we're just gonna leave it like that for now. No, we didn't see nothing happened. We've got one bolt that's in there at least half good, so we're just gonna continue. All right. Now that we've got all the suspension mostly done, it's about time that we introduce the actual game changer to the party. And here we go. These are some no-name wheels. I have no idea what they are. All I know is that they're 15 inches, and we picked up off of, well, you guessed it, Facebook Marketplace. And we went ahead and got them wrapped in some of the cheapest but stickiest tires that we could find. The good old Nitto NT05s all the way around. The reason for going all the way around, it's not necessary for our purposes, but I figured we might as well go ahead and get all 4 tires in the same tire so that we can rotate them and try to kind of extend the life of our tires a little bit. Now, with that being said, I definitely think an 8.3 0 to 60 is not far or not hard to reach, considering we picked these up. So let's go ahead and get them thrown on the car. We gotta make sure that they'll even fit, because we did lower our car quite a bit. That rhymed. They look so much better than the old ones. All right, I'll come out and go ahead and say it. Needs more low. Fix the camber in the rear, looks much better. A lot closer to the rest of the car. Definitely, I mean, it looks a whole lot better, just the wheels alone, but the car definitely needs to be lowered a little bit more. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and throw the draggy in and do our 0 to 60 pull. Holy guys, so we shaved off over a whole second off of our 0 to 60 with the current mods we've done, and that is just freaking awesome. The car feels definitely feels a lot faster than it was before. But we went ahead and changed all 4 wheels, and well, there's still one more wheel in this car that desperately needs to be changed. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. There we go, much better. And well boys, just like that, we changed all 5 wheels on our Integra. We went ahead and lowered it a pretty good amount. I think the car looks way better than it did before. The wheels really bring out that mismatched fender, you know? Builds character for the car, you know? But anyways, if you guys liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more.